Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! My name is Jaime, and I'm here to bring you vents on some headlines that you didn't know you needed. And with that said, here are some ingredients for your vent blender, humans. The Freedom Convoy is on its way to America, humans. It's on its way here to the US of A, the United States of America. America. In case you want to present, anybody out there wants it pronounced properly, I'm sorry. America. If you're happy now. Cheers, and I'll continue. As I talk about the convoy coming to America, drinking a beer from Mexico. The irony. Anyways, the Freedom Convoy is on its way. What will our president do? How is he going to treat us Americans, humans? Is he going to treat us with decency? Is he going to treat us with care? What's he going to do? What stakes will they take? What about Miss Pelosi? I already heard she's like doubling down on security because there's like a big presidential address coming, or State of the Union coming, and she's got it all like locked down. They're calling it like Fort Pelosi. It's all bananas. But we're coming. I guess they're going to come here. There's a convoy coming of truckers heading to the Washington during this set to make their debut at the, State of the Union address. How will they react? Will they let them in nicely? Are they going to block them from even going? How many of the truckers are going to pull over? They're going to try to pull them all over? Are they going to have roadblocks? Are they going to do checkpoints? Like, are they going to do like obstacles to like prevent this from happening? This is interesting. Like Fort Pelosi, are those fences like electric? Like if they get past your security people, I'm sure nothing's going to happen. They're probably going to go get the drinks from your fridge again if you got some alcohol. But who knows? They always say you look drunk. I just think you look old, but everybody else says you look drunk. Is there similarities? I don't know. I'm almost old. I'm getting there. I'll find out, and I'll let you all know. Tune in. Tune in. I'll be like, welcome someone, to whoever may concern. That would be me in the future. If you're still watching when I'm that old, to let you know how it goes. But seriously, are they going to give these guys like a bunch of obstacles? Or are they going to let this go there and protest? Are they going to be treating us violently? Or are they going to try to arrest them? I mean, because this could be a very unpredictable situation if you think about it. All they're going to do is, go and protest for their freedom, human rights, which nobody seems to want anyone to have anymore, anywhere. There's already countries that are going through these situations like for a long time, and there's places starting to go through it now, and it's like, it seems like all of what's happening around is like all practice for like what's happening, what they want to do right here. It's like, all right, that's it. America can't have no fun no more. Everybody's going to be a third world country. No matter what you want to do about it, no matter what. They're already talking about, like, are they going to freeze their bank accounts for marching for freedom? Because they're already talking about those CBDBCs, whatever the fuck they're called. I'm just messing around. The central bank digital currency. And they're already talking about putting that implementing that into play, which could be if they freeze accounts and they can control your money. I mean, could that be one of those? Or am I tripping? Like, it feels like they're setting something up right there. I don't know. I could be I could be overthinking this, but will they? I just don't think our freedom is like in anybody's of leadership's menus anymore. They're just like, man, fuck this. Fuck this. No more. This is bananas. I guess you can own a private island. This might be getting a little controversial, humans. I guess you can own a private island and get all this private investing money to be this billionaire and own an island and have one of the most biggest sex trafficking rings, that we know of, that made it to the public. And they can still access their bank accounts. No, none of their bank accounts were frozen. Isn't that weird? But if you march for freedom, If you march for your freedom or your rights, all in the same, you get shut down. Or if you're from Canada, they call you a Nazi or a terrorist. What, are they going to do that to us? Are they going to do that to us? I mean, will we still be able to use our accounts? I guess you're not. You won't be able to. But if you're a sex trafficker, you can. If you're a high level sex trafficker, you can get all your money. But if you're just a regular person who works really hard, a blue collar worker going out there trying to stand up for things, you won't be able to. That is weird. There's a guy from the royal family just paid his way off of one of the victims of supposedly this thing that didn't really go on, but yet he paid somebody of a victim where it did go on. And there's pictures of him with Clinton and Jesseline, or how you say her name, Maxwell, all together at the royal palace. He took them there. I mean, you can look up the photos. They're together. They're on the plane. The girl's massaging them on the damn plane. And they're trying to say this stuff ain't happening. Sheesh. Really? I guess you can do that, but you can't go out for freedom. Apparently, you can't. Or as one of my buddies says, you can't. He always says it that way. It's amazing. And it can mean 9 different ways of things you can't do. It's pretty neat. So if you want to protest for freedom, they say they're calling those people terrorists and Nazis, which is really wild. I was told as a child, and when you grew up, they were teaching you some different things in school. You know, we had the Pledge of Allegiance. We stood up to the flag every morning and did our little Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. And then, or like people would teach you, like from grandparents or your friends' grandparents would say, like, you know, if you stood up for what you believe in, or you stand up for your rights, and you're in America and you stand up for what you believe in and your beliefs, you know, you're a patriot, or you're just an American. If you speak out when you need to if something needs to be spoke on. If you take a stand when a stand needs to be stood up on. If that even makes sense. But I'm just trying to, like, you know, metaphorically speaking, or, you know, remember the shit the old guy said. But you were an American if you did that. And when you did that, sometimes things got done. Or you were definitely heard. And it would get other people to react, or also maybe back you, or say other things about situations and bring more things to the table. So, oops, knock something over here. But that's all I'm saying is, this is really strange. Like, lately it seems like, I don't know, it just seems like the government has, like, some weird plan to make us not believe anymore that they're supposed to be working for us, and now we became working for them. I mean, it seems like in a way, we were always working for them in a weird way. But we were meant to believe when they made this Constitution thing that they were working for us. This Constitution thing was supposed to give them limits to what they can do. And, like, they went beyond those limits, I feel. I feel like a lot of everywhere. Y'all know what you're doing. You know, pumping us with all this technology sometimes, you know, and we're all just, you know, it started to slip by. You got one over on us. You got some over. But now we're starting to see, because this technology you're giving us is boring. Like I said, we probably need some teleport shit. We don't want to drive in traffic no more. And what's up with the gas, dude? What's up with the gas, dude? We're going to have to pay $5 and $6. He's saying, it's going to come at a cost. I feel like we went back in time with this dude. Did we, or did we not go back in time? If they start doing fucking old ass gold bond commercials and not the fucking lotion, like bonds and shit commercials and shit. Like, did we go back in time? Man, somebody better have told me. I don't think so. But if this dude, every time you hear him talk, you know, it's going to come at a cost. Why does everything cost so much? Open shit up, man. Not the fucking, not that shit that you already left open up. The other shit that brings us supplies, man. We have no reason to go to war with Russia. We should not be doing this. Putin knows this, and he's just playing. He's got a hand of poker. Like, come on, man. You know you don't. Come on, man. And Biden's like, what's your name again? What is your name again? Sheesh. Is it Jeff Goldblum? No, it's Putin. Vladimir. Who am I again? Where is this? This is strange times, yo. This is some strange times, humans. That's all I can say. It's definitely feeling like there's like a forced change happening. But my fear is, I know I was making some jokes earlier. My fear is if they, when we're standing up or trying to stand up for our rights, is when's it going to be like too much? When do you listen? You're not going to listen. They say you're never going to listen to us. It's only you make us give us that visualize a illusion of it. At least this regime does. This administration seems like you just don't give a damn. And this is very strange. Even with like midterms on the way, you think they was like going to try to like do something to like sway the public, but it doesn't even seem like that. It seems like they're just going to force you this time. They're not going to fucking convince you to fucking like them. I think now obviously they're going to force us to probably vote for them. They'll probably put some dumb shit on us. Like, I mandate you to vote for me. They're going to mandate his votes. What if they mandate his votes? Can they mandate votes? I better look this up before I just start blabbing. What if he goes and mandates y'all his votes when the election comes? That would be wild. The guys come to your house and they're like, we want to see where you're going to vote for. Isn't it supposed to be private? Yeah, nobody's going to see it but us. Okay. And then you mark the other, you mark the other candidate, and they're like, okay, thank you. And then they just like throw yours in the ground, put the page name with your real info that you signed, and then just replace the page with Biden. And like I said, they're already putting dirt out on Trump because he's probably going to make a run for it in 24. But I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other candidates. I mean, we don't have to just go run and jump back to Trump. I mean, we don't have to. If he's the best, if he's like the only option, I mean, because he's not, like I said, he's not like the best speaker or anything, but shit was a lot different. You got to admit. I don't care if there's a fact checker listening. You know shit was different too, Mr. or Mrs. or whatever's fact checking ass. Because whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But I feel this push is going really fast, really aggressive. It's kind of scary. And the media monsters, like I said, are on the attack. I don't know when we gave the media all this power. The media is like another government. Or media is like your outlet. Like, you either make it in the media or you don't. And whatever happens in those, behind closed doors to keep you in the limelight, you hear all those conspiracies of, the secret societies and like, what you got to make it to be in Hollywood. And everybody you interview in Hollywood always has, a quick answer and a quick joke to make about how bullshit it is. But when you see some of these compelling evidences of those old crazy, religions and all those crazy like satanic things you see and all them symbols, and they're just like damn near every celebrity doing those damn things, it makes you like, this is some weird bullshit or a weird ass coincidence. It is a weird ass coincidence, or they all got the same photographer, and this photographer just makes everybody do these fucking things. Like, no matter what you do, you got to cover an eye, or no matter what you do, you got to make you're telling everybody to be quiet, or no matter what, there's all those symbols, or you got to make the fucking pyramid symbol, which Jay-Z made popular. What made you people think was the Rockefeller symbol. There's all this craziness happening. And people don't know what's happening behind the closed doors of when it comes to power. Like, how do they stay up on top? All the time till they're like super old and shit. When does somebody put those term limits on those people that are super old running things? Oh, that's right, because the one that makes the laws are them super old people. And that's why it will never happen. They're like, we got to bring the next ones and groom the next ones. Smithers, they're like the real Smithers. You know how the Simpsons are them time traveling asses or whatever they're doing because they predict the future in those funny videos where I don't know how they do that, man. It's a coincidence. I think you can use a computer algorithm to make these scenarios up. And and that proves another bullshit of AI, which I'm not going to go down these conspiratorial rabbit holes right now, even though I'm already down one. I lost my train of thought already. Because it's already happening. Their plan is working like so perfect right now, because they say 1% rules the world and 4% are the ruler's puppets. And there is a 90% of people who are asleep and follow, and they are the following cattle or the sheep. And then there's another 5% who don't believe in the bullshit and don't buy the bullshit that's happening. And they say the 1%, 1%ers use the 4%ers to protect those 90%ers that are the sleep ones from those 5% who trying to wake them up. If that ain't the truth, I don't even know if I got that out right. Like, I don't even know if that came out right, but I tried it and it went out. And that's the way it is. And if you try to remove another video from mine, which I'm getting very upset about, there got me another one on review. That's what happens, humans. I'm just trying to sit out here and just speak my mind. I'm just trying to have fun with everything too at the same time, because this is crazy. I mean, we can't do nothing about it until we all get together. And right now we're just all separate. So all I can do is sit here and vent on things until everybody gets together. Nothing gets accomplished. And, checkmate, because that's the plan, right? Like I said on the last episode, divide and conquer, keep you separated. They want to keep you separated. And that's the way it goes all the time. Another reason I think things are getting crazier and crazier in the world, like I said, if anybody saw the big Super Bowl, everybody's talking about the halftime show and everybody's talking about all those things. I still don't like when people lip sync. People was like, no, they didn't lip sync. Man, they turned their mics on here and there, but that was some lip syncing shit. Don't nobody come out on the stage sound like the album unless you're like a really good singer like Mary J. Blige. Like, I guarantee you, she was live, it'd have been bananas. It sounded like she was trying. They had her mic on here and there, but I don't know. It was a good show, but I don't think it was like the best one out of all the history. There's so many good performances. There was a lot of bad ones. And even like in those Super Bowl performances, the conspiracy people jumped all over that as well. They jumped all over that as well because they were showing what Eminem was standing on and Dre and those guys. And then people are sharing all these weird pictures in the conspiracy world of like concentration camps. And like I said before, humans, if any of these crazy ass conspiracies was true, I mean, some are coming out to be true, but I'm saying like those kind. Okay, you know what kind? Like the ones that like affect us like greatly. I don't even want to repeat them all the time, but like all those crazy ones. If just one of those bananas ones like that was true. So they jump on the Super Bowl performance and they say that he was standing on these, these little shacks and shit that look like trailers or whatever. And then somebody shared a picture of these concentration camps or quarantine camps that looked just like these things he was standing on. And then they correlated the performance of Eminem when he was doing Lose Yourself in the moment. They brought out his performers and dancers out there, and they had like a light on one hand or something like that, or their phone. It was like their cell phone light or something. But they had it in one hand. Everybody, it was the same one. And it was in sync dancing by the stage. And so everybody was like, look, they're all on the same hand because they're all wearing the mark of the beast. And so they put that together very amazingly, to make you can't stop watching this shit. Okay? Humans, just bear with me. Bear with me. So they say that it was the mark of the beast, was everybody with the one hand in the light, and Eminem's up there, yada da, lose yourself, puking, mom spaghetti shit. I don't even know if that's the same song. My bad. It is. Okay, but anyways. And after that, those dancers and the ones with the supposedly had the mark of the beast, they go disappear. And then these other dancers come out in these khakis and like chucks. But they were like, no, those wasn't just khakis and chucks. Those was prison outfits. So if you ain't taking the mark, those guys was all like, hey, if you ain't wearing this is what you're going to be in. You're going to be in prison gear. You're going to go to jail. And so I'm like, how in the hell did you come up with all this? Man. You know, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Now, if that was it, or was it just straight up hallucinogens or shrooms? Was it shrooms or acid? Or did you guys come out of like DMT state and was like, this is what those elves told you? Damn. How do they do that? It is so wild. But like I said, humans, there is some weird coincidences about those little symbolisms with their hands and shit. Like when you see people doing all their hand symbols and all that shit in the eyes and like, it's kind of weird. Like I said, or it's the same photographer, one or the other. Or I don't know. It's just a weird, that part is a weird coincidence to me. But that Super Bowl shit was just wild. It was wild. And then there was a conspiracy people saying, like I spoke on a couple episodes before about sports being rigged. Like the NFL is not the games aren't decided on the field. And I'm like, come on, man, that was a good ass game. That was entertaining. That was good shit. That was a fun Super Bowl to watch. And they're going to say, and they're going to taint it with somebody saying it was fucking fixed. I'm like, damn it. Like, what if it was fixed? You know, there's a lot more states nowadays. We're almost like, I don't know, I think we're close to 30 states or so, you know, that legalize gambling in sports. So you could, you know, it could be possible, you know, if like you got those, you know, organized crime organizations or maybe, you know, big billionaires or big spenders, you know, could be doing something like this. And let's say, in my opinion, I think that could be happening and it's a possibility. I'm not saying the Super Bowl just passed was, but I'm saying when you hear NFL players talk, or former players and active players, a guy who just played, Jalen Ramsey, who just played in the NFL, was on a radio station saying that the game wasn't decided on the field when they were playing the Patriots a couple years ago or something when they lost. Because it was better for them, the team, to play the other team next week for the ratings. This dude plays. He's one of the best defensive backs in the league. Cornerback. Not quarterback, corner. And this dude literally said this on a radio station. You can look it up. It's all over the place. I mean, it's not no article, handwritten shit. It's his mouth on the phone talking, or on the microphone talking to the radio station. And another player on the Patriots or the Buccaneers said the same thing, that the games aren't defined. He goes, you guys can believe what you want, but I know what it is. And I'm like, this is strange. But I feel like it's a possibility more than ever now that sports is being, gambling is being legalized. And I think it's going to be more possibility than ever. And I think it's going to ruin sports. I mean, as soon as it crosses all the 50 states, and even more, I think when it gets into the 30s and 40s, it's just going to be bananas. Like I said, I think the crime's going to get involved and all that shady biz, and people are going to throw money around, and players are going to do what they're told, and it's going to ruin the game. We're going to see some weird shit. Like, and I don't think it's going to be as obvious as like what our shady government's doing now. Like when they think they can be like, oh look, there's a rabbit, and we go like this, and then you turn around, and then they're still trying to, hide shit, like the Oval Office studio, and they're just like, oh my gosh, don't look real quick. They think we're gonna fall for that shit now. But I'm not sure, humans. I'm not sure. And, with a lot of these mandates ending and a lot of these like laws changing and some things being, decriminalized and some other things, a lot of laws were changing for people. And there's some people locked away that were in jail for marijuana, now that marijuana is legal in like all kinds of states and everything. And now there's people that were in prison for the drug. Shouldn't those people's like, if it's just for marijuana, shouldn't those people be out, set free? Because now the thing is, it's decriminalized. And it's wild that someone's still in jail for that. And then y'all going to come and put people in jail that are fighting for their fucking freedoms. You're going to go after the fucking freedom convoys and the freedom, people standing up for their freedom and rights or whatever. And then you're going to keep people in jail for bullshit, What? It's just strange. And then now the mandates are over. They're ending mandates everywhere. They're ending this. They're ending that. And what about all the people that lost their jobs because of those stupid mandates that are over now? Do they get their jobs back? It's something I was wondering about that, humans. And I'll leave y'all with that one. And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I would appreciate a like and subscription and turn on that notification button because I'm here twice a week. My name is Jaime, and this has been another Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
Yes, yes, y'all.